And Luke representing Canada, one of our Canadians here, we do have a 3-2-1 pills, and they are off.
Truly an international match between these two players here. Looking like Floyd out the gates first, but it's not going to matter as both these players going to have independent timers to see what exactly is going on here. Floyd tucking and keeping everything as academic as possible, trying to stay as vertical as you'll see here. And I think that's the name of the game when it comes to the level 6 or 9, especially at earlier levels, is to keep it simple, keep it clean, keep it concise, and both these players are doing just that, Larva.
Yeah, I do think, Luke had a little bit of a misdrop in his column 6. He is able to drop some of that down, so now he can just, get rid of some of that blue. He doesn't have a lot left on his board, so he can get around to that when he needs, he can also take it horizontally if he really, really wants to. So I don't think it'll be that much of an issue. It is 3-10 right now, advantage Floyd.
Advantage Floyd, and he's definitely been capitalizing on keeping it as simple as possible. Again, as we say, you're trying to minimize the drop time, really drop that down. But Floyd just needing a couple reds. Is he going to tackle that blue from underneath? Looks like he is signaling. No, he's just going to drill it down, which is fine. He's going to be out at 115. An excellent time getting out at level 6.
Mhm.
Floyd going
Luke
straight to
needing
town.
this
Go ahead
Luke
first.
now just needing blues, but he really can't take any of them together. Um, so that does slow him down a little bit. He's gonna be out at a 132.
And a great pace. That's what a lot of these players are aiming for. Par for the course is about a 130-ish out of level 6 and going into level 7. Floyd dropping everything down. I like how Floyd had a bunch of layers in his board to really keep everything combo ready at the first half of his board and the bottom half of his board here. 15 to 27. Floyd has a very apparent lead over Luke, who has no need really for blues, although now has exposed it, so he has some plays ready at his disposal.
Mhm. Yeah, Floyd with just a couple of yellows left. One of them exposed, one of them now just getting exposed. Um, so and he seems to be getting exactly what he needs. He can at least work with everything that he's getting. So RNG's really coming up clutch for Floyd at this moment. Let's see if it keeps it up.
And this is vintage Floyd, just making snap decisions. Floyd is one of those players that makes really quick and snappy decisions and just really just slams
Mhm.
it down as quickly as it can. Definitely has that down press nearly glued to his controller. Out of the
Mhm.
239, a really excellent time going into level 8. And Luke actually not too far behind at the 246. He has closed the gap.
Yeah, there was a cross clear from Floyd, a horizontal that I really liked. I didn't see it until I saw him setting it up, and I really, really liked that. Very, very good vision there from Floyd. Luke with just there's a lot of blue on that top line. Oh, I don't like that.
He's drilling it down. So luckily he's been playing still a very efficient game here. He hasn't really had any sort of garbage over on his side that's really stifled his efforts here. Meanwhile, Floyd is a little spired up. He's got a bunch of viruses, lots of reds and blues at the top here. Is going to need to
Mhm.
expose yellow. He does do that, but he doesn't really have a lot of yellows on his board here. This may give the opportunity to Luke that he needs in order to keep in a fight here. 18 to 19. Luke has closed the gap.
Yeah, Floyd taking some drop time. Oh, nice
Oh
swim,
yes.
Floyd.
Oh, that's great.
Very nice swim. And that's something because Floyd is playing on medium speed, it is a little bit easier. It is possible to do it on high speed. I believe you play on high speed and you can do it pretty regularly, but it is easier to do some of those moves like swims on medium speed.
Certainly is easier to do it on medium. Most of the time, I do in fact sink, not exactly swim. You're gonna have to ask our resident swim coach Flindo. But anyways, we're looking at this match between Floyd 1977 and Luke. Luke has closed the gap. He is now 3 to 4 here. It is still neck and neck going into it here. Floyd needing a couple reds to expose it down, drilling it down. Needs a couple reds here. Luke is going to be out the gates first. He's going to drop it down out of 428, and Floyd just needs the reds to join into us here. This is what a game going into this level 9 here. Floyd out with a 438 into level 9.
So this is going to be a foot race. It is just down to this level. Um, Luke does have about a 7 virus advantage. Um, So Floyd does have to he does have to be that snappy Floyd that we know, um, making those snap decisions, you know, constantly pressing the down button, if he wants to take this.
And that's exactly what Floyd's been doing here. Everything is just insane, taking me down vertically. There's no real need for him to take anything down horizontally if he had the opportunity to. But it looks to me like Luke's still holding on to a six virus lead over us here. 24 to now 17 over on Luke's side. And Floyd really making some moves as he's dropping things down, getting everything strategically dropped so to minimize the amount of garbage on his side.
Mhm. Floyd missing the flip with that red. He can I like what he's doing. You can see he's potentially going to, uh, clear that red from the side, and then that blue will drop down onto, the next blue. So he just has to there we go, and then no harm, no foul.
And looking over at Luke's side here, a little bit of a hiccup on his side here. Luke has done the time traveling strats going backwards here, but I think as we get caught up with that, we'll get a better understanding of what is going on with his internet with this here. And we are nearly back with it here. Luke down to his final seven viruses, looking like the apparent virtual advantage for Luke as well as the timer advantage. It's going to be 2 to 4 here as Floyd going to drop things down here. Needing a couple blues here. Luke needing a couple of yellows here. He's going to strategically clear it out with an L. Yeah, we're going to have to see how that develops here. As Floyd just needs one more blue to clear out this board. He's going to be out of 640, but no, we're going to see how Luke finishes his level 9. And he does tuck that in with a 610. Excellent end game
Wow.
from Luke here. Taking the first game over 1970 Floyd 1977.
Wow, GG's both players.
That was excellent playing here. I think Luke definitely caught up with his. He was nearly tied up in level 7. Took the lead out of level 9, but I mean that's I think what made it was that his level 9 was just a stronger level 9.
Mhm,
So no matter the lead, it's never too late to throw in the towel here,
mhm,
and those players get in their fight, give it their all.
and then we're gonna get that crown onto Luke instead of Floyd, and then we'll get ready for the second match.
Most definitely. Looks like Luke's going to go ahead and give a little bit of a restart just to make sure that his internet isn't hiccuping as much going into this game too. Looks like we have a ready from Luke, just waiting for his stream to come right back online. And we have a ready from Floyd 1977. And we got Luke. There he is. Yay. We have readies from both our players. The DRMC bot is going to count us in. Larva, we have a 3, 2, 1, and
Kills.
pills. And away we go. Luke out the gates first. He is taking it yellow. Is he going to tuck that in between there? No, he throws it over to the left. I think it's a smart play. Looking like he's going to go and create some interesting plays there. Ooh, a little bit of a misdrop on that second column here. I definitely can see that even with that lag.
Mhm. Yeah, and, as it is a blue in the middle there, that is gonna be a little bit difficult. Um, he can do if he really wants to build up to it, he can clear it horizontally, and drop everything down. I'm not sure that's the best move at this point, but it is an available move.
Most definitely. As it was developing, that could have been an option, but I think that Luke wisely decided to go ahead and drop things down vertically just to make that there. A little bit of a hiccup on that the third column with that red on top of the blue. I think a little bit of a snafu over on Luke's side. We're going to see how that develops and see if it's detrimental here. It looks like he is addressing it as quickly as you can, but this is giving an opportunity for Floyd to really take advantage of here. But it's still 6 to 10 in favor of Luke.
Yeah, Floyd, there's a little bit of a stoplight over in his column 1, um, and he will have to basically just address all of that vertically. Oh, gets the perfect pill
Perfect.
sequence. He's out at a 125.
And
Luke's
Luke
out at a
got
127.
127 for Luke here. This is neck and neck going into this level 7 here, and Floyd is a little bit of an interesting board. He's got everything, just sort of sloped over to the left and to the right with a big chasm with his, center column. We're gonna see how that, develops here. Nice horizontal from Floyd. It's gonna give a
Mhm.
lot more diversity.
Yeah, I was waiting for that horizontal. I noticed it and I was like, "I really want those horizontals to be played in a very specific way. Play the game I want you to play."
And,
Um
as I glance over to chat, we have a raid from Puzzle Speedrun. Yo, 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 thanks very much for the raid. Hey, this is our round 1 gold spree bracket. This is our final round 1 match between Floyd 1977 and Luke, our 11th and 6th seed respectively. You're in game 2. We're in for a great treat, and glad for you guys to tune on in. Thank you very much for the raid.
Yes, Floyd needing a lot of blues and reds. He just has that one yellow and he can take the red in column 1 out horizontally, drop everything down that he needs to. I think that's going to be his plan. Um
Yes. He's building up to it. That's exactly what he needed
yep,
to do. Boom and boom, drops it down here. Is gonna need that. Gonna need a couple of blues to expose that red. Oh, okay. He's gonna take that up horizontally. I think. Yeah, there you go. He just
that
needs one more
double
blue
red
now.
is
Perfect.
great for him. Now he just needs the one blue to be out. Luke down to 3. They are all red, but
Phew.
Floyd can be out at about a 303.
303. Luke looking like he's gonna clear things out vertically. I think that's the only option given that he had everything over to that right side here. Is he gonna take the cross? I don't know if the pills will come up his way. He might be signaling for it.
Yeah, I think he really wants to.
Oh, the
Oh,
double red. Perfect
perfect.
RNG, 327. That's what Lucas needed. That was his only way out. Or to manufacture, but excellent.
That was perfect RNG. Can I get that RNG? I would love that RNG.
Let me commentate a few of your matches, and for those that need it, I'll send anybody that needs me to commentate their match, I'll send that RNG over. I'm no promises, but I'll try. Anyways, we're gonna look over to the side here. Floyd with a little bit of a sloping board. It's looking like a little bit of a stonks action going on Floyd's board, sloping from left and growing over to the top there, 16 to 25 as Floyd really going to town with this level 8.
Yeah, it is, he does have pretty much everything that he needs exposed. I like what he did at tucking in that red blue so he can use all parts of the pill half. And then he can take those blues horizontally. Very good heads up play from Floyd there.
Ooh, and he's got an excellent end game. Look at that. He's got everything ready to
Mhm.
go. He could just clear it out horizontally or take 2 for the price of 1. And in the case, it's going to require 2 yellow virus pill halves here. So he's going to take it horizontally first. 1 more yellow, and he's out at the 439.
Luke not far behind. He only has 5 viruses left. Now 3. Um I'm not sure if he'll be able to take those 2 blues together. I don't think that's necessarily the best thing to do at this point. Um, yeah, I think he's signaling he's not gonna do that, and then he can tuck, uh, that one red, he's gonna be out at a 504.
504 for Luke, but Floyd is going on an absolute tear with this level 9 here. He's got everything going his way, dropping it down, vertically clearing that blue. He's got all the colors exposed on his top line and is really making quick use of it. I like that horizontal yellow under clearing
Mhm.
from underneath there. It's going to give him some more flexibility here. 24 to 35, and Luke making some good moves here. A little bit spired on his left and right as
Tea
well,
from
too.
Floyd, yeah, sweet tea.
Huge T from Floyd here. This is quite the game going on. 19 to 30 now. It's still in favor of Floyd 1977.
Yeah, and Floyd doesn't always make some of those moves, so it's very nice to see him do that. I'm always very happy, um, to see something like a sweet tea, or something like that, really from anybody, but especially from a player that's not always known to do those moves. It's always something I like to see. Oh, Floyd wants this,
Yeah.
offset. He wants this offset, decides
Uh,
not to take it.
That's fine. Yeah, he definitely couldn't wait for it for too longer. But yeah, and he was
Mhm,
sniffing that. He definitely was. He was looking for it. It was in his sights, but unfortunately,
mhm,
that wasn't the case here. He's going to drop things down. He's going to need to clear up that blue at this point vertically. So he's going to take that reds down. Couple more blues to expose that top line here, but that might be giving the opportunity for Luke to drop on in here. He's going to need a couple more blues. That's one, and that's a double 6:33. And the time has elapsed on Luke's side, but he made that a game. Just a little bit of a misdrop at the end, under the pressure, under the 8 ball, but just wasn't enough as Floyd was just going academic on this game too.
mhm. He's gonna be out at a 6:51, so less than 20 seconds behind is really not that far behind in Dr. Mario at all. So, you know what this means, Swang.
Decider, decider, decider. Oh man, we love it here over in the booth. But I know the competitors definitely are on pins and needles when they see that. But getting the front row seats for that, that's what we're asking for. And looks like we have readies from both these players here, Larva. We have a 3, 2, 1, and pill. All right, Floyd looking like he's got some moves ready to go here. No real need for the yellows. He's only got a couple of that exposed on the top line here. Ooh, that was a great
Mhm.
combo for Floyd, doing triples and just destroying a good portion of his board. 24-23. Both these players really putting on some excellent moves with the openers.
Yeah, I like that move from Floyd because he didn't have a huge use, for what he was getting, so he just said, "Ah, I'll make it useful." And that is, some of the key with Dr. Mario is if it's not useful, you can make it useful.
Turn that trash into treasure, that garbage into gold. A lot of these players intentionally will try to make not so ideal moves in the hopes that they do that, and that's what these players are doing, considering that their boards are not quite as ideal as they would like.
Mhm.
7-12 now in favor of Floyd, who is just going to be clearing things out, horizontal with the reds, horizontal with vertical with the reds here, keeping everything nice and tidy, squeaky clean over on Floyd's side here. He's going to need a couple more reds and a couple more yellows to get out of his level 6.
Yeah, that one yellow is a little bit buried, he gets it out, and then I believe he's gonna try to get that red horizontally. He's got the setup for it. There we go, he's gonna be out at a 121.
Excellent pace out of level 6. We're trying to aim for that 130, and Floyd's definitely on par for the course to go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, taking a look over at Loop's side, he just needs a couple of reds and a couple of blues to be joining Floyd in this level 7. Floyd strategically drilling things down. I think there's no real exposure for that yellow. Wanting to get that color diversity over on the side here. A little bit of a pause
Mhm.
buffer. It was a dramatic pause buffer on Luke's side as his internet is stuttering a bit, but I'm sure it's only a little, like half a second on his side.
Yeah, Floyd with only 1 yellow left on his board entirely, and just a whole lot of red.
Lloyd now strategically electing not to destroy that yellow. I think it's a smart play, knowing that that's his only
Mhm.
yellow here. He is now going to go ahead. I think it's a smart call to kind of expose that. He's going to need a bunch of reds to really make a damage and make a dent into it. He's going to have to address that red on his right side as quickly as he can in order to keep that exposed here. Just going to need a couple more. Let's see what Floyd's going to be getting out of this here. He's kind of fired up.
Oh,
And a little bit of
no.
extra flip on his side. But meanwhile, Floyd still has the advantage here. It's 5-13. Floyd is going to need to drop things down here. I like how he has it set up. That's exactly the only move that he could do that slowly and
There we
methodically
go.
tucks that in. That's exactly what he needed here. But he's going to have to address that left side here. He's going to take that red and dropping it down. A couple blues and reds to get out of it. But that's given the opportunity that Luke needs to get back in the fight.
Mhm. There we go, he's gonna be out at a 315. You could see him shake his head. That was not what Floyd wanted at all.
And Floyd generally a pretty stoic player, so to see the the disdain on his face after that mislip, you could definitely tell that that was not exactly what he intended to do. But he's going to shake that off, get right back into this level 8. I don't know if he listens to commentary, but he definitely has the advantage over Luke, who is struggling to find that red and a couple yellows to get out of it here. Just two more yellows, and Luke will be joining a foray into level 8.
Yep. Floyd again using a lot of yellows as strategic garbage. He hasn't had a whole lot of use for them until right about now. Still doesn't have a huge amount of them on his board. Let's see if he swims this. He
Oh
does. Very
man, two for
nice.
two. That's awesome. That requires a lot of patience and a lot of skill to do that. Floyd is now 2 for 2 for today's matches with swimming there. Excellent play from Floyd, and that's a very technical move. Players can only swim in this version to the left side. So if you want to learn about some cool tips and tricks on how to really know the ins and outs of this game, join our Discord. Hey, ping us in chat. We'll be happy to help you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you are new, if you've played this every single day since it came out. We are ready to help. We love new players.
Floyd is an excellent end game. He's going to clear those blues out horizontally, trying to get for that two for the price of one. If the doc would give him that extra blue here to allow for him to do exactly what he needs there, that is a smart play to minimize the amount of pills that he needed. Out of the 455 going into his level 9. Floyd trying to close this game.
Yeah, Luke with 11 viruses left does take this combo very nicely done. He does have quite a bit over in the right columns of his board, so he does need to be a little bit careful to make sure he doesn't kind of pigeonhole himself in. But I think he's doing a good job. He can take these reds in an L if he wants. He elects not to.
And he's holding out to, oh, okay, he's
He
going to go ahead and
takes the
expose
blue
that top side there.
horizontally. That's why. Okay.
Oh, he might get, oh, he's logging out.
He does.
Timber over
Yeah.
on Luke's side, 536, but he's definitely behind 8 Ball Larva.
Yeah. He's about 20 viruses behind Floyd at this point. So, you know, there's gonna have to be some kind of, act of God or, just the absolute worst RNG, which we never want to wish on anybody. Um, for this to go Luke's way at this point. And I don't think that's gonna happen. Floyd he has some setups. He's got things ready to go. He just needs some blue help, really, is all that he needs.
Yeah, Floyd has one of the cleanest end games in the game as far as players go. He just has everything
Mhm.
ready to tackle at any given point. So at this point, it's looking like a case in point for Floyd, who just needs a couple blues to seal this game. Floyd going to take one blue. He's going to take the other blue. Floyd going to take the victory over Luke with a 652. Ooh, those are some nail biters, Larva. But boy, oh boy, was it it could have went any way, really.
Mhm. Yeah, GG's to both of our players. Everybody's done great, and we will see Floyd in round 2, so